Hello, I'm EnterElysium and welcome to Let's Play BattleTech. BattleTech is a game I've been waiting to be able to make a video on for quite some time. I have actually played like 80 hours in one of the pre-release copies of this game that I couldn't show you, but now I can show you. I am kind of gonna dig this. So BattleTech is a strategy game where you have to have like a group of battle mechs, and you do little fights with them, you defeat other battle mechs and tanks and stuff, and then in between the fights you then have to repair, upgrade, get more mechs, etc. It's made by the same company who made the Shadowrun games, which I really dig, Harebrained Schemes, and I'm gonna look forward to being able to play a lot of this on the channel. So we're gonna dive in with a new campaign, and I believe we're gonna be loading up the intro video. Bear in mind that there's some character creation stuff and background stuff, so I'll put like a little comment in the below down there, which is like a timestamp if you want to skip character creation in the intro video. So there is that if you want to click it. If I don't, remind me and I'll put it in. Or someone else will put it in and I'll pin it. Either way, it'll be there for you. But we're going to talk about some BattleTech stuff. We're going to watch the intro video and we're going to get to create our character as well before that. I believe the intro video will start in a second. So I don't want to start like talking about the background battle mech, but okay.
I am Kamea of House Arano, High Lady of the Oregon Reach, Protector of Coromodir, and the Sword of Restoration. But I am not a hero, no matter what the stories say. A hero would have sacrificed more, compromised less. A hero would have done better. You know this, of course. You were there. My father used to tell me stories about the ancient times, about the Star League, a golden age of prosperity, upheld by the great mech warriors of old, guardians of the innocent, protectors of the peace. I always dreamed of following in their footsteps. I was too young to see the truth of things. After all, it wasn't heroism or a noble cause that won me the throne. It was hiring a mercenary, skilled enough, perhaps ruthless enough, to carry the day. Hiring you. I still don't know if you fought for honor or for the thrill of it, for belief in my cause, or just in my money. But whether it was your noble heart or mercenary mind, your actions gave us hope. That makes you a hero in the eyes of history. Whether you believe it, that's up to you.
BattleTech Restoration. I may have watched this cutscene a few times because I've played a lot of the game. Played 80 hours so far, so... right, so the way it works, of course, is this is the future. Humanity spread out, then kind of were united, then weren't united after some guy tried to usurp the throne, killed the dude, took over the throne, everybody fought, everyone was disappointed. And then humanity is now into like these dispersed like groups, effectively mostly following this kind of weirdly feudal-esque system. They have different governments in these different nations or galactic states or whatever you want to call them. But in general, there's kind of this vague, almost aristocracy who have battle mechs. And these battle mechs are kind of basically like knights, you know. They have their own armor, which is their mechs, and they run around and do stuff. Although, you know, some people have mechs given to them by the nobles to be their guard, whatever. Anyway, the Oregon Reach is a small kingdom in the Rimwood periphery, a region of space that lies at the outskirts of the more densely colonized inner sphere. It is the home of the Oregon Coalition, a federation organized around a parliamentary monarchy and ruled by the Arano family. For 3 generations under the rule of House Arano, the Oregon Coalition has remained a relatively peaceful corner of the periphery. It is here your story begins. I know I talk fast. If you want to read it, you can just pause the video. But trying to get through it. So, we get to pick our background now. So we've got our background, appearance, and then we can confirm the stuff. So, we get a choice of where we come from. So we've got a number of different options here. Stuff like the deep periphery is just like the far edges, like beyond the edges of human space. These are just like, you know, out there. People coming from there is like mythic. Like, that doesn't happen. Deep space and remain uncharted and unknown to most of human civilization. Little is known about these regions, but they're far from uninhabited. The deep periphery is littered with abandoned colonies and small outposts, isolated from the rest of humanity. The Star League Defense Force fled there after the big implosion of humanity when all the treachery was happening. There's also the Rimwood Periphery, which is just, you know, the very edge. Petty thugs to ruthless tacticians to skilled and honorable warriors. They've long played a role in shaping humanity, etc. And then you can choose stuff like, you know, you could be the Draconist Combine. I was going to say Carbine. They're not a rifle. They are like a big nation. They are fierce and relentless fighters, disciplined, no matter the odds they face on the battlefield. I'm thinking I'm going to go with the Magistry of Canopus. Mech warriors who hail from the Magistry of Canopus can run the gamut of skill and fighting styles, but they often favour clever and unorthodox tactics. That sounds like me. Anyone who's seen me like play D&D and build characters knows that that's basically me. While smaller than the great success estates of the Inner Sphere, the Magistry of Canopus is one of the major powers of the Rimwood Periphery. So they're not like, you know, Inner Sphere, but they're pretty decent at being in the Rimwood. The Magistry is a matriarchal society led by a Maestrix. This is an elected position open to any woman, but largely controlled by House Centrella due to the family's popularity. The Magistry supports an open society that ensures the personal liberty of all citizens and their right to live their lives as they see fit. I like that. Self-determination. We're going to go with that. Though immigrants to the Oregon Reach, your family soon established a comfortable presence in a small backwater system on the edge of Oregon space. By the time you were born, your family had become the de facto ruling nobility of the system's only inhabited planet. You were the oldest child, heir to the family's title, and ancestral battle mech. An old Blackjack BJ1. So, FYI, these words, you can like mouse over them and it'll give you like details. If you go to the Blackjack, it'll tell you all about the Blackjack. The fact it's got like 2 AC-2 rifles, or cannons, and 4 lasers, and it jumps around. We can look at those later. But this is where you met Raju Mastiff Montgomery, a veteran of the Succession War, whom your parents hired for a season to train you as a mech warrior. Oh, and if you don't know the background of, like, you know, battle mechs and stuff, you can just mouse over Succession War and it'll tell you about Succession War. Raju was a strict but capable teacher, and you quickly became a skilled pilot under his tutelage. It was an uneventful life. Until the day after your 60th birthday, when you were exiled, you struck out on your own, your family went bankrupt, your family died in an accident, and your family were betrayed, or your family were betrayed. I mean, if it was and, that'd be a lot of stuff to get done. This will actually affect your character, like it gives you 2 stats. Now, there are 4 stats in the game: gunnery, tactics, guts, and piloting. Piloting is more to do with how far you move. Guts is to do with health, and I think melee damage, maybe? Not sure about that one. Gunnery is to do with to hit, and tactics is to do with a few things, mostly to do with like cord shots. So like if you say, I'm going to shoot him in the torso, or I'm going to shoot him in the arm, whatever, that will come into that later. But I want to kind of build for gunnery, and then maybe a bit of guts, because guts also decreases the chance that your character's going to die. So we're going to go with... I like the idea of family betrayed. Exile is tempting. Tactics is good, especially with gunnery, cord shots, and, you know, the ability to hit people. But gunnery, guts, and betrayed. Your family's betrayed, its seat of power destroyed. You defeated the betrayer, but you were the sole surviving member of your house. With nothing but your family's ancestral Blackjack left to call your own, you set off to make a new life for yourself. Yeah, that seems good. Guts improves the maximum health of mech warriors. It also reduces the penalty for weapon recoil and increases the threshold of heat that trigger overheated. Overheat is a big mechanic in this game, and it's very useful to have an increase in that threshold along with gunnery. So I think we'll probably go that route. Out on your own, you fell into the life of a Oregon Coalition soldier, frontier pirate, gladiator, mercenary, freelancer, merchant guild. You became a merchant guild. You became a merchant guard. I'm going to say freelancer just because I like the flavor of it. You roamed the Rimwood Periphery as a freelancer, signing on for whatever odd contract you could find as a mech warrior for hire. It was a solitary life, but as you became more comfortable with the itinerant living, you found that you were able to make a decent living helping the people of the frontier. Like, we were kind of doing good good missions, tasks, etc. We were helping people out. We could choose which ones to do and not do. We were freelance. You know, we were our own boss. I kind of like that. That seems good to me. We get tactics. You know, I'd prefer to maybe get a gunnery, which is these two, but I like the idea of being a freelancer. Until years later, you cross paths with Raju Mastiff Montgomery once again. While running a routine patrol for the local government on the outskirts of the Oregon Reach, you were set upon by pirates and left for dead. Raju happened to be visiting the capital city and picked up your distress call. Upon rescuing you, he offered you a job in the House Arano Royal Guard. So as you find yourself reunited with your old mentor, preparing your ancestral Blackjack for guard duty on the coronation day of the Lady Khmer Arano. So, apparently there's a coronation to go to. Nothing could possibly go wrong here. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I'm going to try and go through this customization relatively quick. Right, so what's my call sign? My call sign, we'll just shorten it to Elysium. First name... Ooh! Just going to nerd out slightly. They have a non-binary pronoun. That's awesome. I like it. I'm gonna use that just because I like that they have it in the game. So I wanna show it off. Inclusivity for the win. Right. Who do we want to be? We can customize, by the way. This is mostly to do with like who you're going to look like before you make the alterations. Just wish I had a darker blue. Oh well, it'll do. Right. Let's do it. We came from the Oregon Reach. We came to the Oregon Reach from the Magistracy of Canopus. We were betrayed, and we then became a freelancer. We have Gunnery 3, Tactics 3, Guts 3, Piloting 2. I approve. The High Lord, Tamati Arano II, is dead. The Oregon Reach is left an uncertain crossroads, once prosperous, is now a kingdom in decline, surrounded by powerful neighbours. Lord Santiago Espinosa, brother-in-law to the late High Lord, is convinced that the slow-moving Council of Founding Houses must be dissolved. His proposed directive would conscript the House Guard and centralise power under a single throne. I'm trying to get through them quick before they fade. However, the High Lord's heir, the noble Lady Khmer Arano, is determined to rebuild the Reach without transforming it into an authoritarian state. She refuses to enact her uncle's directives and has rebuked his vim, pleas to reconsider. That's not going to go poorly. On the morning of Lady Arana's ascension to the throne, her loyal captain of the guard, Raju Mastiff Montgomery, makes preparations to escort her safely to the coronation process that waits in Coromodir City. Oh, I did have time to take, longer about that sentence. Okay. I'd have liked to put more emphasis on them, but emphasis takes time. Coronation Day, Arano Summer Palace. 0853 local time. Nothing bad is gonna happen. Nope, not at all. We're good. Okay, so we're going to start off with our lovely BJ-1 battle mech, the Blackjack. It has two AC-2 cannons. These are like the smallest bore cannon you can get, but they also have the longest range, which is interesting. But it means that they can hit from really far away. You've also got 4 lasers, which are like a medium range weapon. And you've got a load of jump jets, so you can actually jump around it. Jump around, jump up, and get down. Speaking of which, there is a move called Getting Down. It's not called Getting Down. It's called Death from Above. And that's basically where you go up into the air of your battle mech, and you go over the enemy, and then you go, whee, boom. Okay, maybe there's a bit more sound than bomb, but you basically jump with your jets, and then you land on their face. And then they go splat. Or you miss. But either way, you take damage to your legs. Like, you will take damage to your legs of your mech because you are not meant to use them like that, but you do. But you do, because it's hilarious. Anyway, let's begin the mission. That is a Blackjack BJ-1, by the way.
Command interface initiated.
Okay.
We can move the mouse or use Monster to move the camera.
Oh, I've already rotated. Whoops, that was too quick. Okay, Elysium. I had the Espinosa refit yard rush the repairs in your Blackjack. Looks like it's all in one piece, but we should run some diagnostics on it just to be sure. Standard field test, you know the drill. More importantly though, I want to tell you more about the job I brought you here to do. Now do me a favour and get that battle mech moving. Let's see if there are any kinks in the actuators. You know, their kinks are their own thing, you know.
I'll come right out and say
I'm not going to judge them.
I wasn't completely honest with you the other day. There's gonna be more to this job than escort duty.
Okay. So, it's basically like a hex grid, right? You can see that this is kind of a hex grid. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Just like the game is. And we can move to there. Oh, Battle Mech is based on the Battle Mech board game. That's probably important to know going forwards. And we can move to here.
And oh look, we can get shots with these red lines.
So yes, I would like to move to here. I brought you here because there's something wrong in the capital. It's been too quiet since High Lord Tamai's funeral, and I'm worried about Lady Khmer's safety during a coronation procession. I come words. Anyway, looks like your actuators check out. Let's conduct a weapons test. Target one of those burnt out old urban mechs and open fire.
Like I was saying, I can't prove anything. But my gut tells me something's off. And a warrior trusts their instincts.
Right, so, as you can see, this is a mech. This is another mech. It has, you know, full health and full armor. Actually, no, it doesn't. It has 8 health, I think. And 11 armor out of 11 armor. Okay, so looking at this, yeah, every single location actually only has 1 hit point. And the armor is 1 in all locations. So this is the front and this is the rear. Now the way to kill a mech is you take out both its legs or you take out its core. So you need to shoot its center torso, CT, or both of its legs to take it out. Of course, you know, center torso is just 1 location. We don't get to pick here. We don't have the ability to, you know, call the shot. So we're just going to fire.
All weapons committed.
And we blew everything up because it had 1 HP in all locations.
Destroyed.
Good shots. Your guns are in working order at least. I've been training Lady Arano since she was 14 years old. She can be naive at times and proud, but I have no doubt that she'll be a just and effective ruler. It's on us to see her safely to Gordia City. I'll rest easy once she's in the capital with her cousin Victoria by her side. Lady Victoria, well, she's only been training under me for a single season, but she's already shaped herself into one of the strongest mech warriors I've ever seen. Reminds me a lot of you, truth be told. Anyway, we should run a check on your targeting computer. You see that drone over there, the one moving through the tree line? Put some hurt on it for me. And then, when it turns, take it out with a rear angle shot. After it's down, we'll keep moving.
Kamea's like a daughter to me. And her late father, High Lord Tamari, was a good friend.
Right, this is the target dummy. It's basically a tank. You can see that if we look at the back, it's got like 1 hit point, 7 armor. Whereas at the front, yeah, that's 90 armor and 22 health. It's a lot more. We can't, again, pick, so we're just going to fire at it.
All weapons committed.
It withstood it because armor.
Victoria pulls no punches, but she's been a loyal companion to Kamea since they were kids. Aside from you, there's no one I'd rather have by my side in a fight.
Now notice that this is getting damaged. And notice now the back is exposed. And we're firing at it from kind of the back. We're more likely to hit it here.
All weapons committed.
That's the fundamentals of the game.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Apart from heat. Nice shot. Now I don't know how familiar you are with Oregon politics, but the Reach was badly shaken by High Lord Tamai's death. It needs a smooth transfer of power, and Khmer belongs to the Cormorant throne. Go ahead and fight with your jump jets, kid. I want to see you descend this cliff face. Aim for the patch of ground there, near the edge of the lake. Alright, so this bar here, and just under our health and armor, this is our overheat bar. We're currently here, because we fired a lot of guns. If you stop firing and you take a turn, then it'll, like, go down. This is where we start to take damage, because we've overheated. Like, our mech has warmed up so much it's actually getting damaged. And then you can go all the way to the max of the bar. If you get to the max of the bar, your mech overheats so much it needs to shut down and then reset, which means that you miss a turn. We're going to go to here, and to get here, we're going to jump using our jump jets. Oh, yeah.
Enemy detected.
That's a lot of heat.
Yeah, I was afraid of that. Jump jets build a lot of heat, and that was more than your engine could handle. Head on into that water. We need to get you cooled off.
You don't normally heat up that much from jump jets, but I think they're making a point. Also, look at that, with the flowing red hot. It's cool. Warning, plasma leak detected. Jump jet malfunction. Jump jet systems damaged. System inoperable until repaired. Oh, for the love of all the gods, this is what I get for insisting on a rush job. Not that I had much of a choice. The Espinosa refit yards were backlogged like you wouldn't believe. It looks like they're trying to process every single Royal Guard mech in time for the Coronation. There isn't any time to get your jets replaced, so we're going to have to make do without them. Go ahead and take down that mech with a melee attack. I want to be sure nothing else is going to break down on your battle mech before we take it to the Cormorant Road. Okay, let's go do some hitting things. Target dummy. Attack. And yeah, you can totally melee. Also, melee actually reduces heat because you don't actually shoot a gun. Boom. Oh yeah, CT being center torso. So when it pops up with like LL, left leg, LA, left arm, LT, left section of the torso, CT, center torso. CT's a kill. Good hit. At least that's solid. Alright, one last test. I want you to take your Blackjack up to a sprint and evade my attack.
Push that engine, kid. If something goes wrong today, I want to know that your mech can maneuver.
Right, so sprint. That takes your attack action and your move action. And we'll give you... Notice what it says sprint, like it's now got a chevron. That's evade. 2 chevrons, 2 evade. 3 chevrons, 3 evade.
Full throttle.
This makes it less likely we're going to get hit. Each time you're shot at, it reduces it by a chevron, though. And then, boop, minus one evasion. Congratulations, Elysium. Your Blackjack's as combat ready as it can, given the circumstances. For what it's worth, I hope that my suspicions turn out to be unfounded and we end the day having a good laugh about a paranoid old man I've become. But if not, then I know that you'll be ready. Apart from, you know, the lack of jump jets. Alright, it's time to move out. Lady Arano's waiting for us at the mech bay.
An impressive display, Sir Raju. Of course, this mech warrior was a student of yours. I'd expect them to know their way around a cockpit.
Okay. Yay, I got to the end zone. Listen, allow me to introduce Camilla Arano, the soon-to-be High Lady of the Oregon Coalition. This is Lady Victoria on this channel. For the time being, my father summoned me to the Picton docks. I have a fleet inspection and a tour of the family refit yards to preside over before the Coronation. Behold, the responsibilities of a noble daughter. A fount of tedium that never runs dry. I know that feeling, cousin. By this time tomorrow, I'll be responsible for the entire reach. Give my best to your father, and don't be late for the tourney. The gambling dens are already taking bets on how long it'll take me to cripple that customized monstrosity you pilot. Bold words, cousin. The only victory they'll be celebrating is mine. You may be ascending the throne today, but my Kargai's more than a match for that family heirloom you call a battle mech. In the arena, I reign supreme. We'll see, cousin. We'll see. At any rate, I will see you at the tourney grounds. Sir Raju, I'm ready to go when you are. Overland along the Cormorant Road, as is the Arano tradition. Aye, come here. We'll get you there in one piece. Elysium falling behind me. I don't know why he's suddenly become Scottish, but he has. And I remember what I told you.
Mission successful.
Oh, yay! Okay. Let's go over the Cormorant Road. Do I have any more tea? I don't have any more tea. We need to get over the Cormorant Road fast. I'm out of tea. This is just not called for. I'm sure it'll be a lovely, easy trip. Nothing bad will happen. The first battle mech, the Mech, was developed by scientists and military of the Terran hegemony in 2439. And this is like 2900, I think. I think the battle mech timeline goes up to like the 32nd century.
I remember the Oregon Reach of old, the time of the Great Expansion. I was just a boy then. Proudly we went forth, bringing the light of our coalition to so many systems. And for what? To see our great kingdom slowly waste away? Year after year, the Council deliberates while our economy falters, and the wolves bay at every door, while covetous neighbors plot against us. Well, I say, it can go no further. We are here today because if Lady Arano will not act, someone must. I know what I'm asking of you. You will face former comrades, or even loved ones, on the battlefield. I take up arms against my own niece. But remember, today we sacrifice so that tomorrow we can return our kingdom to its proper glory, to its proper strength. So should you fall tonight, know that you did so as true heroes of the Reach. To your stations, for the Directorate!
Coronation Day. Cordy City outskirts. 1322 local time. They should get me to do the voiceovers. People just randomly turn Scottish in the middle of sentences. So, you know, nothing's going to happen. That sounds lovely and peaceful. Nothing could go wrong. Tactical skill increases the effectiveness of cord shots, reduces indirect fire penalties, and increases weapons minimum range. Tactics is pretty useful. You can reserve your mech's action until later in the combat round, which is a benefit of being a light mech. These are more like, ooh, accept proxy contracts to move the story forward. A priority. They also pay extremely well. That's again more strategic level stuff, so. I'm going to focus on trying to not die on the way up the Cormorant road for the beginning. You never know what might happen later on. This map, by the way, is a pretty large map, so it will take a little while to load. Because there's a lot of story to get through. And also, they're kind of training you in the basics of how the combat works. That hands-off training where they're not like, go here, go there, shoot the gun. Also, it doesn't seem safe to be standing on top of the Blackjack like that. That really doesn't seem safe, like... Could fall off. That's gonna be like a good 14 meters tall, maybe more. I think battle mechs are between 14 and 30 meters generally. I think ours weighs about 45 tons, which, to be honest, is quite surprising. Like, I thought it would weigh more. Considering tanks these days weigh, like, you know, 30 to 40 tons. Okay.
Command interface initiated.
I'm going to miss this, Raju. The clarity of purpose I feel in the cockpit of a battle mech, the simplicity of it. But there they are, just up ahead, the city gates, and my future, all laid out before me. Wait, what's that smoke? A outpost. One of the small ones that dot the roads leading to the capital. But the emergency ban's been quiet all morning. I haven't heard anything about any fire.
This is damned odd, and I don't like it. Kid, keep your head on a swivel and be ready for anything.
I'm on the move.
I'm just going to move everyone at once. One of the things about this game, that I think is still true, certainly true in the preview, is you've got to move all your mechs at once to get the best tactical advantage. I'll say why in a minute. Some sort of explosion. Looks recent. Do you think it was an accident? No chance. You see those scorches on the rubble. It's laser fire. We need to get you out of here, Khmer, right now. Yes, I think you're right. There's a patrol of Royal Mech guards up ahead. We should go to them.
Whatever's happening here, I won't let it derail derail your coronation. Your people need you.
Thank you, Raju. I will prove myself worthy of the faith you've placed in me.
So you see how I can move
No doubt.
mechs while, you know, other mechs are still moving. Like, that one's just finished, but these two are still moving. If you hit the vision of an enemy, or if you hit an objective, I think, certainly when it comes to enemy vision range, it'll switch to turn-based, and you will actually have to take turns, whereas right now it's kind of like this sort of turn system. So what you want is your mechs all moving to the same position, otherwise you'll get caught with one who's encountered them being much further ahead when turns start. You'll see what I mean when we actually have turns start proper. I'm not going to get in there for now.
On my way.
I'm on it.
Okay, you're in a Centurion. You're in a Kintaro. Ooh, I like Kintaros. They're pretty cool. Actually, they're not cool. They're actually pretty hot. They run hot. They actually have issues with their heat. They hit that boundary pretty quickly.
I've got your back.
I'm listening.
Meow meow. Hey kitty, do you want to ride a battle mech? Oh, come here. Kitty wants to ride a battle mech. Battle kitty.
I would totally have a battle giddy. Okay. You wanna run away? Okay. We're gonna run up. Now I have lots of cat hair. Alright, so Mastiff has an AC-10. That's the second largest projectile weapon, not including the fancy ones. 2 medium lasers and an LRM. That's a long-range missile. Camilla has long-range missile, close. These are all short-range missiles, medium. So she should be at the front. And I have medium long.
Reading you loud and clear. I'm moving out.
Confirmed.
Okay. Hail, Mastiff. Hail, Lady Arano. You were prepared for Lady Arano's Coronation Parade when he got the word of a disturbance along the Cormorant Road. A guard post behind us was attacked. Sir Raju found evidence of laser fire. Is the road behind you clear? Aye, all the way to the southern gate. Lead the way, Sir Raju. We're falling behind you and guard your 6. Tell me something, Gazan. If the road is clear, why is your battle mech damaged? Our mechs are overdue for maintenance. If the road is clear, how is your battle mech damaged? He should have just said, because we just cleared it. That's why it's damaged. But instead, he's going, our mechs are overdue for maintenance. But we know House Espinosa was getting all the battle mechs ready and pushing them all through because it was mentioned earlier. It's important right now. Don't need to worry about our Lady Arano's safety. Now, my lady, if you'll come with us. No, you're lying to us. It's my coronation day. No battle mech tech would have sent you out here on parade duty in that condition. I'm your sovereign, sir. You will tell me what's happened here. Damn it, girl. Don't have time for this. Take him. Kill the old man and the mech warrior. But take Lady Arano alive.
Fall back, Camilla. Get behind us.
Hello, welcome to turn-based.
Power, Raju. You trained me to fight.
Okay, so we're on initiative pass 4 right now.
Disengaged.
Hi. It goes 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we have one person in initiative 4, and they had one person in initiative 4. And then initiative 3, we've got 2 people, they've got 1 person. So light mechs get to act first. Mastiff is actually in a initiative 4 mech. I think the Centurion's initiative 3. Maybe he has an ability that makes it 1 extra initiative. Either way, we could totally punch the Panther, or we could just shoot it point blank, which would be hilarious. They also have a Shadow Hawk, which is a little bit tougher. Do you have any guns? You did hit me. This is a Panther. Yeah, Panthers normally have like a big-ass laser cannon type thing called a PPC, which is a particle projector cannon. It's not actually a laser cannon. We could shoot the Shadow Hawk, but this shield here, that's full. That means they're braced, so they'll take half damage, whereas you do not have a shield, and you've only got 1 evade. So instead, we're gonna probably want to point blank shoot you. Can we get far enough away that like our LRMs are better to hit with? No, they're 40% chance, whatever. Okay. Turn, face them, point blank. We'll fire everything. Should we fire the LRMs? Yeah, why not? I mean, we could choose not to. There's limited ammo in them. And they build up heat, but whatever. Okay. Left arm destroyed. We crit their missile. We destroyed their missile. Shadowhawk, what are you doing? Going to the trees. Now the trees will give them, like, half cover. Ooh. Yeah, they're shooting from behind. We don't have much armor. They've actually removed the armor in one section. Look, there. That's the right torso, and it says right torso, rear. Armor is 0 now. They're actually shooting structure. Structure's down to 37 out of 60. If that goes, we lose that shoulder, we lose the arm as well. So I'm thinking you're going to have to go down.
Yes, I hear you.
I'm actually going to say maybe we should use the Blackjack. The AC2s have a very low chance of hitting. Could punch you.
Standing by.
Better chance of hitting here. Yeah. So the AC2s have a lower chance of hitting if you get too close because they are long-range projectile guns. So we're going to unleash everything from here. They're low on armor because they've been in this battle already, so...
All weapons committed.
Oh, lots of misses. Yay.
I'm listening.
Kintaro. Go for it.
Neutralizing threat.
Right arm destroyed, unsteady. Right torso destroyed. Head hit, pilot injured. Now if you hit the head on a mech, pilot will be injured. You can actually kill the pilot by destroying the head. Mastiff. We're gonna get around here. That'll give us half cover. Whatever we do, do not show our back to them, because they could quite easily take a good chunk of our mech.
Confirmed.
There we go, we caught it.
That's one less hostile on the field.
The center torso got taken out. Uh-oh. There you go. Please don't shoot. Well, you can't really shoot Mastiff's back, so... Still, trying. But we're in the trees, which is, you know, less damage. I think trees are something like, a quarter less damage? Braced is half.
Yes, I hear you.
A couple of hits on the center torso will be a kill here.
All weapons committed.
Oh, it was 2 hits. Excellent.
One fewer hostile on the board.
Come here, can you hear me? Alexander, we just attacked the Royal Guard. My own guardsmen tried to take me prisoner. It happened here too. The Royal Guards are killing one another in the halls. Lord Karos' house guard just got gunned down right in front of me. The Tawny Pavilion is a slaughterhouse. I won't let these seditionists, or whoever they are, steal my birthright. We need to rally every loyalist we can find and make a push on the capital. I'll take the throne by force if I must. I like the fact she has no, like, strategic awareness of what's going on, right? She knows absolutely nothing, and she's like, we rally everyone, we push the capital. You have no idea what the situation is, but sure, you know, whatever. This is why she's getting deposed. Go to Rotorua Township, to the armory. Your soldiers using it as a rally point. I heard Lord Decimus is sending his house guard there a few minutes ago. Someone's here. I have to move. Rally what forces you can and meet me at the tourney grounds. Be safe. Keep it secret. Keep it safe. You heard him, Mastiff? Rotorua Township. We'll go there, rally our fighters and march on the southern gates with an army at our backs. Come here. I know that you and Lord Madeira are friends, but we can't take what he told you on faith. Right now, we don't know who we can trust. Point. In this case, we do, Alexander. He's been my closest friend and confidant as long as I can remember. His loyalty is beyond question. I trust him with my life and yours. Now take me to the armory. As you command, my lady.
Traitors in the guard. And I fear this is only the beginning. Follow me.
Trying to keep them all together.
Keep close and remember your training.
There we go. Enemy contact.
Things are likely to get ugly between here and there.
What is it? tanks. I'm going to reserve Mastiff. I don't want to move him because I won't be able to shoot anything, I suspect. Let them get closer.
Tell me what you need.
Just tell me what you need, what you really, really need. Just tell me what you need, what you really, really need. Okay, move to here. The thing says we should be able to get a line of sight on
I've
here.
got a bandit on my screen.
Okay. So we can shoot you. We can shoot you. We've got a higher chance of hitting you. However, we do have an ability. Camille has an ability because she's got enough gunnery called multi-target. So we can multi-target you and you. Can I cancel multi-target? Because it'll be quicker to do it this way. Multi-target you, multi-target you. Now, our LRMs are like, oh, I can only hit you 50% of the time, you're too close. There we go, sorted. We can now shoot you. Yeah, you've already been damaged. Can we... We'll put a laser on the B as well. Yeah, probably 2 lasers on the B. Look at that heat. Whoa.
Affirmative.
There we go. The thing about, like, vehicles that aren't battle mechs is that they tend to have really low health. They can have high armor, though. These are damaged. But they have really low health, so as soon as you get through the armor, they're quite easy to kill. Hello? Miss me. It's a scorpion. Ooh. Our hit isn't great. Try our best, though.
All weapons committed.
Yeah, got it. Only hit with a couple of things. Missed massively, actually, with a lot of them.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Order.
And it will bring Mastiff up as well. I could bring Mastiff up to here and circle around. Yeah, circle round since we
Moving
killed
as
most of them.
fast as I can.
Since he's damaged as well. Makes sense. Initiative 2. Okay. 35-ton vehicle. In which case, I'll reserve. So by reserving, we decide to not act in initiative pass. We can wait for them to get closer. And they have to fight me at, you know, a decent range while I'm in tree line, which helps. So they only got a few hits in there, and there was 6 damage, and I think they should have been 8, because they're short-range missiles they were firing.
I'll do what you ask.
I really should be getting kills with her. I should be getting kills with me, because I need the experience. We're going to disable as many weapons as possible here, because, heat. You know what? You've acted, we'll fire 1 laser.
Confirmed.
So, that's expose the structure. Which means I can move in and get the kill. Notice how the Kintaro's really just heating up right there. 1 health. Provided I hit, we should be good. So I'm going to disable a few things to reduce the heat. Or just fire 2 lasers.
Engaging target.
Now does it.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Affirmative.
Acknowledged.
Okay.
I'm moving.
Notice that as soon as we killed that one, we went out of the normal turn time and went into...
We're too late.
Oh god, they really have racked that place, haven't they?
Roger.
Copy that.
Move in a little bit, be careful. Come here, do you read me? It's Espinosa, your uncle. Do you hear me? House Espinosa is usurping the throne. It can't be, my uncle. Victoria. Come here, I just watched an Espinosa battle mech plow right through an alley full of civilians. This is happening, and it's happening now. There we go. They plowed through an alley full of civilians. They've gone from just being a usurper to an evil usurper. We're good, we can kill them now. Your loyalists have fallen back to the market district. I'm going to just switch to normal voice. It's quicker and easier. That's quite a lot of text at the moment. Where they're making a last stand. What's left of the Royal Guard are doing their best, but there's something wrong with their battle mechs. House Espinosa was putting all the battle mechs through before the Coronation. They were trying to get them all through, which explains why my battle mech can't jump jets. Oh. Is that the market district where my forces were assembling? Probably. It's over, Khmer. Your ascendancy, the Arano legacy, all of it. Victoria, what have you done? You know, Khmer, for years I've loved you like a sister, but then my father helped me see it. Your family's complacency. What it's done to the Reach. Our nation dwindles like a dying star. And in which case it'll take, a few billion years. And House Arano is to blame. My father offered you a path to glory. I'd have fought under your banner proudly, served as your strong right hand. It was like a knife in my heart when you turned him away. Damn, Victoria, I told you better than this. You taught me lies. Khmer, if the love I once bore you, I'm going to give you a chance to surrender. I'll even spare the old man and his mech warrior if you stand down now. I don't see you hurt, but you cannot be allowed to rule. I'll see you hang for this, Victoria. You and your father both. Do you hear me? You are traitors to the Reach, and I will fight you to the last. I mean, that's a bit, nice. I'd say, maybe burning. Then you're truly a fool. I'll spare you in spite of yourself, but you've cost your royal escort their lives. Oh, thank you very much. That's really kind of you.
Attention, all Espinosa forces. This is Lady Victoria Espinosa.
Okay.
Lady Arano is to be apprehended and taken alive by my command. Fail to follow these instructions, and you will have me to deal with.
So, these are some mechs. That's a locust. That's a spider. And that's a cicada. I'm gonna say... maybe we can kill the cicada before it acts. None of them have got that defensive buff, so... yeah, let's try and kill you. We've got 9% to hit on... oh, 8% on the lasers.
Roger.
Why destroy the left arm? That's something. The cicada's going to act on initiative path 3, so I was hoping we could kill it. Now that bar at the bottom that just had that yellow thing fill in, that's your stability. Your mechs can get knocked over if they take too much stability damage. Are you death from aboveing me? You are! You cheeky sod. Notice that it's now got structure exposed. It exposed its legs. Okay, well, I'll act first, because I think we can kill this one off. How dare you death from above me? Bigger mechs do more damage with death from above, as you'd expect. I just need to land like a few solid hits on that torso. Or, a few on the legs.
All weapons committed.
Or instead I could spread them around. There goes the cicada. Stop shooting Montgomery! God damn it.
Armor breach. Internal damage.
I need him alive.
Standing by.
Oh. How close can we get to... that's still 50% chance of the long-range missiles. 45 chance of the long-range missiles. Oh, because your evades are really high. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to split our targets. We still want most of them to be targeted at A. Because we need A to die. We'll maybe target the lasers at B.
Copy
You need
that.
to die. You're behind one on X. It's not allowed. Right arm, right leg, right torso, knock down. Right, so stability, knock down. It's going to act initiative pass later, because it's going to take time to get up. And also, I believe when things are knocked down, you can call your shots. Attention citizens, this is Lord
Citizens of Coromodir 6. This is Lord Santiago Espinosa.
Okay.
With the unanimous support of the founding houses, I have assumed control of the Oregon Coalition. For your own protection, I urge you to remain calm and stay indoors until otherwise instructed. All hostile units, stand down, and you have my oath that you will not be harmed. Resist, and you will be fired upon.
I mean, if he is, you know...
My father placed his faith in that man. I gave him my trust.
Both legs destroyed. There we go. 2 kills.
What a waste.
If he's unanimous support the founding houses, maybe it isn't such a bad, like, you know, thing that he's taking over. He's got support of the founding houses. I mean, it's terrible. Why is there so much pollen? We should leave this planet. It's obviously a terrible place. Right. Yeah, this is messed up already. CT, cool. Come here, do you read me? Alexander, thank the gods. I thought I lost you when the bombs fell. You very nearly did, come here. The cities are lost. We have to get off this planet, and we need to do it now. I can't abandon Coromodir. This is my home, my birthright. The battle's over, Khmer. Lord Medir has the right of it. It's time for you to run. Escape from this madness and live to restore the Coalition another day. You're both right. My uncle has won. The reach is his. We'll mourn for it later, the both of us. For now, you need to move. I have a dropship waiting at Shepherd's Pass. I'm on my way there right now. Hurry and meet me there, please. We're on our way. Okay.
You get to that ship, Alexander. I mean it. I will not lose you and my throne on the same day.
It's big. Oh, hello. Thanks a lot.
I'm getting outmaneuvered.
Not my back.
Just barely dinged my armor.
We need that to, like, live.
Tell me what you need.
I'd actually have line of sight, but I do have
Affirmative.
my indirect fire, which we can do with missiles. You can't do lasers because, you know, line of sight. But we can do this.
Confirmed.
Yeah. Oh. Huh, not too bad.
You just made a terrible mistake. Talk to me.
Please talk to me. We're going to move to here, and that way we've got direct line of sight.
Copy that.
Okay. Shoot at A and shoot at B using our multi-target. Multi-target, by the way, is a skill you unlock with the gunnery tree, which is why I really rate the gunnery tree, like, super highly. Boom. It's like the fact it flips a few times. That building wasn't doing anything anyway.
I'll give you that much.
Standing by.
Okay. Notice that we still haven't flipped into normal time, so the game is like, yeah, there are enemies really nearby. We're going to brace, because we can't see anyone. Since we braced, half damage if we're hit. And we'll sprint to get up to them. And look, our heat's going to go down. Whee!
You've got my
Now,
attention.
careful, careful. turret. This is your last chance, cousin. Don't make me order your death. Do whatever you must, betrayer. Headstrong fall to the end. Damn you for this. Captain House, destroy them. Mastiff, my cousin, all of them. Leave no survivors.
As you command, my lady.
Ooh, hello. Wolverine. Ooh. That's a pretty nice mech. Can I sensor lock something? Sensor lock is an ability that removes 2 evade. I don't think I have a line of sight, so instead I guess we'll brace. Poor Wolverine. He's just a punching bag. Not Wolverine, sorry, Mastiff.
Shot one internal.
You have my attention.
Yeah, I think we'll spread our attacks out here to try and hit these turrets. They're only light laser turrets, so they've probably got like 2 medium lasers or something. But each medium laser is 25 damage. And they have got 90 armor. Yeah, maybe spreading them between 3 is a bit much. Now, notice that 4 evade. That's really reducing our chance to hit. However, just firing 1 weapon reduces their evade. Firing more weapons doesn't change the evade they lose. They will lose 1 evade if they are shot at, regardless of the number of weapons. So we might even just fire, like, 1 weapon at them. Yeah, you can go C. Yeah, 1 at A, 1 at C, and then everything else at B.
Discharging weapons.
It was a hit. They'll lose an evade, which means it will be easy to hit. Killed that. Especially since the turret's going to act at the end of the turn. And then we'll move up. We could shoot the turret. Our guns are never going to kill the turret off. They do 25 each. And you've got, like, you know, 70 armor already, so... Might as well fire everything at Wolverine and actually try for hits.
All weapons committed.
Expose some structure, though. Okay, Mastiff.
Orders. Confirmed.
Mastiff's close to losing a shoulder. You can see the shoulder's actually exposed on the front. Like there. And the leg's not doing too great either. We will do a multi-target. Just so we can fire long-range missiles at a target they'll actually hit. Nice. 60 damage, by the way, is that AC 10. It's a good amount of damage. You see the numbers popping up. Hello, you going to go hit me? Yep. Ooh.
The bastard breached my armor.
Yep, that's the thing. Right. Now, here's an interesting fact. Because they've got their back to me, I can shoot them in the back, and normally that's great, but I've done a lot of damage to the front. Maybe I want to shoot in the front. Let's look. 20 armor, 15, 15. Their core's still pretty intact. So shooting from behind is probably still a better plan. So we'll move to here. I think we still unleash everything on you, because I can't do multi-target.
All weapons committed.
There we go. Kill the left torso, left arm as well, because, you know, you don't have a shoulder, you can't really have an arm. I kind of want to save you so I can get the kill and the experience.
Yes, I hear you.
So... Can I get closer to the gun turret? Yes.
Sounds good. I'm moving.
I'm going to risk this, just so I can get the kill. I want the glory. That'll overheat us. Okay. Fine. Look at that missile over there, just having a little time to itself.
Target destroyed.
Okay, bring it.
You've got my attention.
I think what we would do here is we'll try and sprint you. Give some evade and give some distance. I just want the kill. Yep, that exposed something important. There we go. Keeping the medium range band. Here's the problem, though. I made a big mistake there. I attacked from the side that they hadn't been injured, so it didn't really do anything. I should have attacked from the back again. Instead, I did a massive rookie mistake. And look, I injured them. Didn't take anything out. Oh, we're not very stable. There we go. Let's drop. How tough are we? We're able to go... You know, we can overheat. Screw it. Fire everything. We can afford to overheat.
Affirmative.
Knockdown, right torso, right arm, right leg. And knockdown, pilot got injured, incapacitated. The pilot actually is now unconscious or dead. The mech is still somewhat functional. Okay. I think we're back into whatever we want time. She's really overheating. Look at that. Whoa.
Aye, aye.
Thank the gods you made it, Khmer. Captain Halvor sends, preparing the engines now. In another 5 minutes, we'll be ready to depart. 5 minutes is a long time. Elysium, you see Lady Arano on the docking ramp. When she's aboard, come back to me. We'll hold this pass against whatever comes.
Thank you, Sir Raju. Thank you both. I won't forget what you've done for me today. I promise you that.
Off you go. We got this. All units, advance. I want you to take down that dropship. Destroy everyone and everything that stands in your way. Alright, Elysium, we trained for this. We'll fight side by side. Watch each other's backs. Like it's going to be like a buddy cop movie. Above all else, we'll keep Lady Arano safe. Protect the dropship. It's all that matters. That's a lot of enemies. Warning. Oh, wow. Engine heat critical. Warning. Error. Shutdown initiated. Error. Reactor offline. Weapons offline. Systems inoperable. Trouble with your Blackjack, Elysium? Shame. That's been happening to a lot of the Royal Guard battle mechs lately. That's why they put them through the workshop. You have numbers on us. You resort to sabotage. And you're gloating about it? You've got no honor, you vicious little brat. Not you nor your backstabbing father. Shut your mouth, old man. My father's a great man, and I swear to all gods you will suffer if you insult him again. Oh, God. Your father is a coward, and so are you. Elysium, I want you to eject. Now, punch out. You're no good to anybody named Broken Mech. And I won't let you die today. Eject, Mech Warrior. Now. That's an order. Now come for me, Victoria. Your teacher is waiting. Come and show me what you've learned. Ooh, those are some good, decent mechs. Tier 3 mechs, though. Tier 3 are the ones that go in the Initiative Pass 3. They're, like, medium.
Mission successful.
Well, there goes my mech. That's unfortunate. And Raju. Poor guy. Generally, the better, heavier mechs with more stuff on them will act later in the turn, so it does give you a small advantage to running small mechs. The issue with running small mechs is they get destroyed easily, which means you can lose your pilots, and you don't want to lose your pilots because, you know, losing that experience is painful. Goodbye, Raju. Oh, and that was all in vain. Commit Arano dead. Depose noble kill during... Well, we know she's not, because we saw the previous cutscene. Eight hours later. High orbit. Cormodir. Darius Oliveira. Easy there, Mark. You took a nasty crack on the head when you punched out. Don't worry. You're safe now. My name is Darius Oliveira. I'm the XO of Markham's Marauders. We're a mercenary outfit with ties to House Arano. We did some work for High Lord Tamari way back when. I'll introduce you to Commander Markham, but he was on a supply run to the market district when the bombs fell. He, well, he didn't make it. I mean, cliché there for a reason. If it wasn't for your company, I'd be dead too. That's probably true, but don't mention it. After seeing what happened to Markham, I didn't feel right leaving you in the hands of this new directorate. When we picked up the broadcaster and emergency band, we knew what we had to do. We could ask about my Blackjack. I think we'll ask about Montgomery first. What about Mastiff? Did you find him? We found his mech. It was completely cored out. Nobody survived a hit like that. For what it's worth, I'm sorry. We supported the Royal Guard on a handful of deployments, and Sir Raju earned my respect many times over. His death is a loss to us all. I mean, you know, they found his mech, not his body, so... In fiction, they're not dead till you see a body. Were you able to cover my Blackjack? Yeah. Our mech tech hauled what's left of it into the mech bay. It isn't pretty, but if you give him enough time, Yang can fix just about anything. Try not to take the loss too hard. Yang said that your mech shows sign of deliberate sabotage. Whoever you'd working on it really did a number on the reactor. Punching out was the right move. Ugh. What happens now? Well, things are lucky salt around here. What with the coup and all, House Espinosa's directorate is the new de facto government of the Oregon Reach. I'm sorry to tell you this, but Lady Arano is dead. We had a cutscene at the very beginning of the game where she talked about us putting her back on the throne, so I'm going to go out on a limb and say she's not. Her dropship was destroyed on takeoff, it's all over the news. Damn it, what a waste. Our sentiments exactly. We're getting the hell out of Oregon territory. I've already booked transport on the first jump ship out. So, most ships don't have a jump capacity. So you as a smaller craft get on a jump ship, and then the jump ship will take you places. We're heading to a nice, quiet stretch of independent space all the way across the frontier on the Canopian border. Not a cheap trip, but worry about how we're going to pay for it later. As for you, well, you've got options. According to your blood chit, you've got family out in the Magistracy of Canopus. Like I said, we're headed that way if you want. I could look into booking you transport on a freighter. Maybe we can get you the rest of the way home. Ooh, so I've got options here. I've got Ancestry. The Magistracy isn't my home, never has been. My family moved to the Reach before I was born. Or background, Frontier Freelancer. I know to live on the frontier. If that's where you're going, I guess I'm with you. And, you know, none of the above. I'm going to go with my background, Frontier Freelancer. You want me to stay aboard as long as you like. When we get near the Canopan border, we'll drop you off on the planet of your choosing. Of course, we'll need you to pitch in for your share of the fuel, plus food, lodging, and repairs on your mech. Fair's fair after all. I mean, food and lodging is pretty cheap. Repairs on the mech are not. Alternatively, you could find a place for yourself in the Marauders if you wanted to. Wouldn't take you long to work off your debt. And you're with Mastiffs, so I know you got chops. Think it over, sleep on it. You've had a hell of a day, and we've got a long road ahead. 3 years later. Coronation. Rimwood Frontier. I'm going to pronounce these names wrong, but, you know. So I guess I stuck around. I think this is also probably a good place to put a cut. So if you've enjoyed the video, please leave a like, not subscribe. Please consider subscribing. Do give me a like and a comment down below to let me know if you're enjoying BattleTech. If you enjoyed the first video, because it being a new game, it's always good to get people's feedback. Really good, especially since it's a series and a game that's new. It'd be really good to see if people want me to do more. If you do, let me know. But I've been EnterElysium. And until next time, when we find out what's going on, stay shiny.